Morning and welcome to Coffee Talk from Atlanta. I had my meeting last night. It was great. And the person that I met with is a highly successful film producer. Probably, I would say, in the top 3 film producers in the country right now. And after we talked about the business we needed to talk about and celebrate the things we were celebrating together, I wanted to talk to him a little bit about how he deals with negativity. Because it's always interesting to me how highly successful people deal with negativity, because we know it's out there. We all get it. We see people all over the country doing amazing things who still have people out there throwing negativity their way. And it isn't just people on social media. I mean, we have people in our personal circles who are naysayers or poo-pooers. And I was just curious how other people deal with that. And he and I had a long conversation about it. And one of the things I was trying so hard to remember so I could tell you guys everything today. One of the things that he and I agreed on is sometimes good people they're negative, but not all the time. So it was like when I was going to move to Alabama to marry Michael, so many people in my inner circle became these negative Nellies. It'll never work. You'll never survive. You'll never fit in. Things that didn't make it easier for me to make the move at all. I know that they, in some way, thought they were helping, but the reality of it is they were negative. And I had to fight the negativity with what I believed was an investment in my future. I mean, I was just as scared to move to Alabama as they were for me. But I believed in my future and I believed in Michael. So I had to sort of fight that negativity with the positivity that I believed in for my future. So you have to sort of look at those. They may have different values than you. So like, let's say your parents want you to be a doctor and you want to be a stylist. And so they're negative about that decision. It's because they're placing more value on financial security than they are your happiness. So if your values are different, they're going to appear negative. And the other thing that he and I agreed on completely is you have to take responsibility for your own happiness. You have to. I actually looked up the definition of happiness for you guys, and I wrote it on this little piece of paper because I wanted to make a point. Responsibility is the ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. I'm going to say it one more time. Responsibility is the ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization, meaning you don't need the okay or authorization from anyone else when you're making a choice that makes you happy. So when somebody else disagrees or creeps in with their negativity, who cares? It's responsibility, your ability to respond, not theirs. One of the things that I took away from this conversation with him was he said, I learned a long time ago that not everybody needed to know my business. He said, every time something good was happening for me, I felt like I needed to tell everybody in my life. I needed to check in with everyone and get everyone's opinion. He said, and I slowly started to realize that never left me feeling good. Other people's opinions about my choices and my life were affecting my ability to be happy about the decisions I was making. So he said, I stopped telling everybody. And I thought, that's genius. It's like you have to stop seeking approval from people. I did this especially with nursing. When I was nursing Olivia, I was literally like dying from mastitis, like the 3rd bout of mastitis in 2 months. It was awful. And I wanted it to work so bad that I literally went to every person I knew, lactation consultants, my pediatrician, friends, my best Tracy, my sister, everyone, and everybody was like, stop. It is killing you. It isn't right. She's not getting it. You're exhausted. You're bleeding. She has thrush. You have yeast. It was horrible. But I needed the approval from other people, and I was making myself crazy. We have to stop seeking approval from other people. We have to stop seeking approval from other people. It validates nothing. All it does is reinforce the insecurities we have, and it makes us, well, so-and-so said I should do this, but that isn't really what I want to do. Then why'd you ask her? If you know what you really want to do, why'd you ask her? We don't need the approval from everybody else, because no matter what we want to do, no matter what we do, there's going to be someone who doesn't approve. We have to stop living to be on everybody's good side. When I decided to do Jersey Belle, I had to think, what will I regret? Will I regret more doing it or not doing it? Half the town where I lived, the area where I lived, the bubble, the over the mountain community, whatever you want to call it, however you want to divide the streets, half the town was miserable. They thought it was going to be horrible. There were so many naysayers. There were a bunch of people very excited, but the naysayers were loud, very loud. I had to make a choice. What would I regret? Would I regret not doing it and seeing what it would be like? Or would I regret, you know what I mean? Would I regret doing it or not doing it? I decided to do it. I decided to stay true to the show that I knew I wanted to make. And it ended up being great for everybody. It ended up being great for the town. Everybody loves it. I get the support now where I live is amazing, but I never would have known if I would have listened to all the naysayers. Choose the regrets you can live with, not the regrets that other people place on your shoulders. Tune negativity out. Choose positivity. Don't make your choices everybody's business. Don't give everybody the opportunity to poo-poo what it is you want. It's your life. All right, I'm driving back to Birmingham today. I got to go back to work. I love you. And I did this without coffee. I'm dying. I love you. Have a great day.